On this episode of Carnage, we're at the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Challenge and we brought the Lexcen. Right, well, today we're at the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Challenge. It is a four-part event. Well, it's actually got more than four, but four competition parts, and then they do a design and engineering part, and also when they go through scrutineering, they check that all your lights and blinkers and stuff work, and there's points associated with that as well. So, there is a hot lap, there's a slalom course, a go and stop type event, and then there's a drag strip event, all right? So, four main racing events. There's all types of cars here. There's 5 different classes. There is vintage, what we're in vintage. So 99 and older is vintage. Anything 2000 and newer is modern. And then you have the tuner, exotics, and then you have the elite class, like the pro class, which is if they're proper race cars, they'll be in the expert class. The exotics will be for stuff like this McLaren P1 over here, you know, Johnny Ricker's Lambo, cars like that will be an exotic class, and then you'll have the JDM tuner class for, well, JDM cars. So, there's like 70 plus cars here. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a big day of action, but we've got the Lexcen here, you know, turbo 1UZ, it makes a lot of power, goes fast in a straight line, but can it go around corners? Well, I'm hoping it will, because we've changed it over. We've got 17-inch wheels. We've got half decent tyres on it. Shockworks have done full suspension in it, so it's got coilovers in the front, adjustable coilovers. It's got adjustable shocks and springs in the back. Man, this thing is dialed in. It's as good as it's ever been. It goes fast. It stops. It goes around corners. This is the least carnage car we have at the moment. So, yeah, we're going to see how we go. This is going to be awesome.
Have a great time today.
All right, now that's done, we're going to head to the pits, check the fluids and everything, and then we'll be ready to rock. All right, you know we're getting serious when the dash mat comes out. So we've been called out for Group C or Group 3, that's where we're at. We're doing what we call the autocross, which goes down around a tight hairpin, back onto the main track, and loops around the end of Calder Park. Now it's a big open autocross, it's going to be a bit of fun. We'll see how we go. I'll do a pretty calm sighting lap to start off with, get some heat in the tyres, and then maybe seeing if we can push a little bit harder. So after we do this, after each run of doing this, we go up the other end and do what they call the speed stop. And that's an important event because in the autocross, if you hit a cone, they add 2 seconds to your time. In the speed stop, if you hit a cone, they DQ you from that part of the event, all right? So you get a DNF for that part of the event. So it's very important not to hit a cone up there. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And like I said, don't expect too much on the first lap, but we'll push it a bit harder on the second and third lap and see how we go. go?
Yeah, off you
All right.
go.
How good's that? But no, I actually went a bit harder on that first one than I intended, and I did a 105.4, so that's my benchmark to try and beat. And then at the speed stop down the other end, that's just a simple start, U-turn, back. I got a bit crossed up and sideways, but 1589 for that, so we'll see if we can better that. Better than last time?
No, you have to do it again.
Bullshit.
Yeah, rerun.
Well, that's a bummer. I just did what I felt was an awesome lap and it didn't record, so I got to go around and do it again. Maybe try the trans brake. That part I did better, so I shaved like a second off my time, but this time it didn't count, so I got to go through and do it again. Felt all right. Wow, sub 60, that's awesome. Sub 60, awesome. Thank you. Alright, so that was a 14.56, best of my three, but I don't think it's, I think we could do better. Alright, so we come down for our third run. Hopefully the counter counts it. I've done gradually better every run. If we can beat a 59.8, I'll be fucking stoked, I gotta say. All right. one away. I think we'll call it at that. Well, we looped it on our third one, but that's all right. We still got a sub 60. I'm stoked with that. Let's head back to the pits, cool this down, check some things over, and we'll get ready for our hot lap. So we have done our first 2 events at Optima. Really happy with how the Lexcen is going. We did our auto cross down there, and I've got to say I'm happy with a sub 60-second time. And yeah, the car, like the handling is amazing. The tyres are grippy. You do feel it 4-wheel drift sometimes, but you know, it's consistent and it stays pretty planted. I did have a bit of an off on the last run. I pushed a little bit too hard, come down onto the track, over that bump, unsettled the car as I was feeding the power in, and it just wheel spun and yeah, looped it into the dirt. But I'm glad we didn't, you know, hit a wall or anything like that. Not everyone has been so lucky, but pretty happy with that. And then, you know, the speed stop again, mid 14th second, is pretty representative of how most cars have been doing in our class. So it's really hard because you're coming down towards the back of the burnout box and there's a big strip of asphalt that's quite a lump, and you hit that and you're hard under brakes and you're trying to turn and it just unsettles the car totally. It really ruins your line. So you come back around, feed the power in, the rear end's stepping out, but it is heaps of fun. It's so much fun. So I reckon we are top 10 in our class, which I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see if we can maintain that. We're going to go out and do what we call our hot laps now, which is a full circuit run. So we are going the full circuit. How we're going to go, I really don't know because, yeah, full circuit is a lot of work, and, you know, the car's got decent brakes, but has it got enough brakes to do 3 full hot laps? I really don't know. So anyway, we'll go out there, drive safe. I might turn it up to the second boost level, so 20 pounds. I've been running on 16 pounds so far. We might go up to 20 pounds just so we got full power down those straights. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. So right now we're doing a sighting lap, following the van around, seeing what apexes to hit, around there, tight to there, swing the whip wide over here, and again down the end. The end's going to be the tricky bit, getting to feed the power on at the end. It's going to be a bit tricky. Alright, so the old heart, she's starting to bounce off the limiter, getting pretty nervous. We're heading out for our hot lap. So we're going to do a warm-up lap, and then we'll do 3 hot laps, and then we'll be doing a cool-down lap. But I don't know that this thing has the brakes to do 3 full hot laps, so we'll see how we go. I might be quicker on my early one than later, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, whew, should be fun. All I have to do is keep it off the walls though. And come around onto the main straight, and I think we're going to get the green flag here. up there. Oh, missed the apex. Fuck that one up. Alright, it is what it is. Look, that hump is interesting. Second gear's the way to go there. Brake. Slow for this one because it's tight, and it's even tight around the other side, so tight. Go wide, and hard brake pedal. Car's getting hot. Fucking brakes are gone. Not gone, but they're just cooked them. Yeah, wow, screwed that up. Screwed it up royally. The old temp gauge is like, yep. Brakes are back a bit, so right, around here. Yeah, these are messy laps, I gotta say. That's as hot as I dare go into this corner. Oh, pull it back to gear. Into here. I think the old bit, the GSR is catching me. Thread the needle. Leaning on it at this. Alright, last corner. Let's get around it. Let's get in it. Temperature is 120 degrees right now. Ah, my poor baby. So we have completed our 3 hot laps of Calder Park, and the car's done really well. It was awesome, but I got to say, oh, it was a close thing on that second lap when I ran out of brakes at the bottom of the straight, and I turned in too quickly, and I thought I was going to the wall, and I hit that curb, and it seemed to bounce me back into position, and I managed to get around the corner. But oh man, I thought it was all done right there. But we've done the laps. I don't know what we've done. I don't know what times or anything. Like I said, if I finish in the top 10 here, I'll be stoked. Top 10 of my class, mind you, not overall. Top 10 of my class. If I finish there, I would be stoked. The car's still alive, the engine's still alive, considering it was at 120 degrees when it come off the track. And then I've headed down straight to scrutineering, and what they do is they do a little design and engineering part where you come down here and talk to the guys and tell them what you've done to the car and how you've done it, what your thought processes were, and they give you a point score, and that is a big part of this as well. So not only do you have your 4 actual performance events, you've got this design and engineering part, and then obviously we got scored on the cars coming through scrutiny and make sure they had working horns, blinkers, wipers, all that sort of stuff. So it's an involved event, it's pretty cool. But now that the car is back here in the pits, I think we need to go down, cool off, get ready for the drags, and hopefully we can reel off a 10-second pass on street tyres. That would be awesome, and that would be a great way to complete the day. Here we go, our first run in the drags. See how we go. We're going to launch at 3,500 for the first one. So it equaled its best run, I think slightly higher mile an hour than we used to, but so it mostly hooked. I had to modulate the pedal a bit, was skating the tyres a fair bit, but it mostly hooked. So it hooked at 3.5 off a line, which is pretty good for street rubber. It's actually a little bit down a mile an hour, 131.8, I think, or was it 131 even? Hard to tell on the light. Yeah, 11.76. 60 foot's certainly the best run that we've ever done. So, has potential. So that's us done for the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Challenge. We have had an awesome day, it's been killer. The Lexcen has performed above and beyond. I have no idea where it's finished. It obviously was never going to be a top runner in its class, but it's done really, really well. It's still alive, which is amazing. I mean, yes, the alternator is playing silly buggers. It really doesn't like those high RPM burnouts, but it is what it is. And, you know, we've equaled our PB with, you know, running on street tyres. So the car's got a lot more in it down the drag strip. But the amazing thing is it goes around corners, it stops, it does all these things, and it does them really well. It is probably the most complete package of a car that we've ever built on Carnage, you know, something that stops and goes around corners and runs really fast. And, you know, you can carry all your mates with it, you can carry all your gear with it. It is awesome. And so many people today were just stunned at how quick it went down the track. You know, it's like they're just, after I was doing those top speed runs down the main straight, everyone's just coming up going, man, this car, it's a weapon, it sounds so awesome. So I'm really stoked about that. But I've got to say, big shout out to our sponsors, VPW and Hare & Forbes, for supporting Carnage. And then, of course, Shockworks and Max Performance. They have done so much work, you know, to help us get here. Like Shockworks have really, last 2 days, you know, they've put a whole suspension package in this car and it's saved my ass. I've got to say, you go back and watch the videos. Like, there was times where I thought, I might die here, and I'm still alive, the car's still alive, and it's, yeah, it's done really well. And then Zane at Max Performance, the tuning he's done on this thing, man, I was doing laps at 120 degrees, and this thing is still alive. It seems impossible, but it's still here, it's still with us, and we're gonna do more with it, and we're gonna have more fun with it, and we're gonna run faster down the quarter, and you're gonna see it all on future episodes of Carnage.